Death, destruction, decay. Death is inevitable. But from this death comes new life.
We may end up bringing this fight to our own doorstep.
Death, destruction, decay. What has happened to this show is awesome. Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here, and welcome back to another review. This is for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 11, titled The Holding. If you're not caught up to this episode, I suggest go watching it on AMC Plus or wherever else you can find it at, and come back and enjoy the review. So, sorry for getting this one out a little bit late. It is May 4th, though, so may the 4th be with you. But this is an awesome episode. Our group is discovering the Holding, which holds members of the End is the Beginning group that has been painting and spreading destructive messages around Virginia settlements. We get some reunions in this episode. You know, we see a thriving community, and in that thriving community, we find out that Wes's brother is a part of the community, and it's a really nice moment with Wes reuniting with his brother. This is very much a Wes episode, which I do like, because Colby Holman is a great actor and great addition to this show, and he really shines in this episode. And to be honest with you, before I watched this episode, I mean, I liked Wes, but I mean, he wasn't really like popping out for me like as one of the big heavy hitters. But after this episode, he is an awesome character. Not that he wasn't before, is what I'm trying to say, but I like him more, is my point. But the thing is, his brother is kind of brainwashed. Teddy, which is the leader of this group, played by John Glover, which we meet at the end of the episode, he pretty much has convinced his followers that, you know, death is just, it's just a means to an end. It's not really over when you're dead. It just continues, and you sprout a new beginning for someone else. And that's what Wes's brother Derek believes. So Wes is kind of trying to snap his brother out of that throughout this episode, while the others are trying to do some digging into the community. Riley, which is pretty much the right-hand man, he played John Connor in one of the Terminator movies, by the way. That's a fun fact. But they're trying to get some questions out of him, and he just keeps asking him, you know, like, what do you see when you look at the walker tied to the tree? Or not really tied, but and then Alicia mentions Madison, and we get some nice remnants with that, some nice memories there. But eventually they do decide to just start rummaging through Derek's things, and this is what's really interesting. Wes and Al find these CRM maps that Derek has, which could either mean that they are enemies with the CRM and they got that off of, like, one of the soldiers, because we do see one of the soldiers later on in the episode zombified as one of the embalmed ones that they have. Or it could mean that they are linked with the CRM, and the Morgan's key holds something that the CRM and them both know about, because that's what they really want. But either way, Al is very concerned because she knows the kind of damage that the CRM can do. And if they're linked with this group, we've seen the damage that this group can do as well. There's no telling. But they try and get Derek to get them out of there, but Derek sees right through that and just leads them down to where they're getting embalmed, because he doesn't trust the fact that they're with Morgan. He was kind of with Wes until Wes mentioned Morgan. So they definitely don't like Morgan because he has that key that he got off of Emil, and he killed those two members of their group who were trying to get the key as well. So, yeah, they're here in this embalmment part of the compound, and Derek decides to give Wes one more chance. Unfortunately, Wes he's not. He's really hoping that he can convince Derek that this is not the way to look at things. But Derek is like dead set on it, man. So Wes is kind of like struggling for the gun. He does say something cool before that, because Derek asks him, "What do you see when you look at the walker on the tree?" And he's like, "I see someone that's just like him. Someone who's like still walking around though they're dead inside, something like that." And then Derek thinks he's talking about himself, and then Wes is like, "No, I was talking about you, pretty much." And they have a struggle for a gun, and Wes pushes Derek into the walker. The walker kills Derek, and Wes has to put him down. Very emotional scene for Wes, but it was a very good scene. Big chunk of character development for him right there. The set design on this, man, holy crap! I love the tree though. The tree zombie, tree walker is awesome. So they're trying to get Alicia next to be embalmed, which we all know that's not going to happen because it's Alicia Clark. She owns this show. But Wes is holding Riley hostage, and they get out of that room, but they don't exactly get an upgrade as they're put into this other room where the embalmed walkers are hanging out, and Al sees this walker with the CRM, armor on, and she thinks it might be Isabel, so she might want to check. And it's not Isabel, of course, because, if we do see Isabel again, which I hope we definitely do, there'll be a nice reunion for that, which it looks like maybe by the end of this episode. They're hinting towards something with the CRM happening, either this season or maybe season 7. But Alicia decides that she's going to stay behind to let the others go because Riley and the others are trying to break through this door to get to them. So she strikes a match and lights the entire place on fire because embalming fluid is flammable, and they're all, inside of these walkers. So Alicia just starts slicing up these walkers. The embalming fluid's just going all over the floor, and then she drops the match and lights it up. It was very reminiscent of Madison, which is awesome because, of course, Madison lit the fire when she died to save everyone at the stadium. That was very, very well done, very well paralleled there. There's actually a lot of Alicia Madison parallels in this episode. I'll get to the other one later, but that was a really nice touch there. And they're not really sure if she does survive the others, but she does. But yeah, this apparently does take out a good bit of what the beginning group has built, which is interesting. Back at the dam, Morgan and the others are talking about what they can possibly do for Alicia, as well as what their plans are for dealing with this group now that they know that the CRM is involved. At least Al knows of that, anyway. I don't know if they shared that with anyone else. I guess they did. But Morgan's not sure why they're looking for him, which I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess he just doesn't really know. I guess he's forgot about the key, to be honest. I forgot about it, too, as well. But Al mentions to Dwight that she's going to try and warn Isabel and maybe try and get the CRM to even help them fight back against this threat. And Dwight's like, if you don't check in, I'll come looking for you. I like their little bond that they have. I've always liked that little bond they've had this season. But Dakota offers to help. Morgan denies it because Dakota can just die. She needs to go. But yeah, that's all we get of Morgan and them this episode. And then back at the holding, Alicia is being badass because these guys once again try embalming her, which they think apparently she's going to go willingly after lighting their whole place on fire. But she stabs this dude in the eye once again, reminiscent of Madison stabbing Troy in the eye in season 3, episode 1 with the spoon. Which is one of my favorite moments of the series, to be honest. But this is awesome. She's kicking him, and he's trying to stab her and get her on the table to embalm her, and she's sticking her finger in her eye, like really fighting dirty, and ultimately sticks the tube, like the little needle, into his neck to suck out the blood before the embalming begins, like that little process. She sticks it in his neck, and all the blood gets drawn out, and he dies that way. Absolutely badass moment from Alicia. Good job, Alicia Denman Carey, Colby Holman, and John Glover, who we finally meet Teddy, the leader of the End is the Beginning group, and he is absolutely awesome. I mean, I know he's a villain. You're not supposed to like him, but I like Virginia. He just has a very cool, evil charm about him that I just love. And he's kind of calm at first, and then he kind of gets into the more of like, you destroyed everything we were working towards. Years of sacrifice, literal and figurative. And Alicia's just coming back with all of the right words. She's like, I'm not buying any of this shit you're selling, which is 100% who Alicia is. Like that, they nailed that. That is 100% Alicia's character. She doesn't take anything off of anyone. She doesn't believe anything that this dude is saying. And she's like, you want to kill me? Well, that's not going to happen. Once again, badass. Because we know Alicia's going to kick anyone's ass that tries to kill her or any of her loved ones. Because that's just who she is. But John Glover's character, Teddy, he's very persistent. He's not really giving up on Alicia. As he says, most other people would probably just kill her, but since he's in his position as the leader, he's going to try and take her on as, I guess, a apprentice. Kind of like how, you remember Proctor John from Season 3, how he was kind of leading Alicia around like that. But yeah, it definitely seems like he's going to try and convince her to embrace the End is the Beginning cult ways, but I'm not really sure how many of their group members are left after that fire. I would imagine, there's no way it took out absolutely everyone, because, it's not like the fire got all the way up to the other floors, but, I don't know, maybe it's more serious than I thought. But that's all we have time for this review. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Take care, and once again, may the 4th be with you.